Hello, friends. So, we have done a lot of camping this week. You've done a lot of work in your OLS, you've done a lot of work on your Nearpod with math. Let's wrap up with science. So, food chain matchup, match the vocabulary words producer, consumer, herbivore, carnivore, omnivore, scavenger, and decomposer to the correct vocabulary words. While you are doing that, just in case you've forgotten who I am, I'm your teacher, Miss Smith. My email is tsmith@lsoa.org, and my number is 682-777-9474. So match up those words, and I'll meet you on the flip slide. Get it? Slide, flip. Smartest, right? So today we are learning how people are affected by different climates and landforms in their environment. We are doing this so we can better understand how people adapt to their environments. We know we've got it if we can identify and design the ideal camping spot among 3 different landforms and explain the choice of our spot based on the characteristics of each landform and why it would make the perfect camping spot. Use your brain, Miss Smith. So what is a landform? Landforms are natural features of the Earth's surface. They are everywhere and they come in different varieties such as mountains, valleys, and canyons. How did landforms come into existence? Landforms came into existence from the natural processes such as rain, erosion, weather, wind, earthquakes, those tectonic plates moving, and volcanoes volcano eruption. They all create various shapes of the land. So this is a fun little video for you to watch on your own about how landforms are created. You'll be able to play it on your own. So once again, how did landforms come into existence? If you look at this example, erosion by water and by wind wear down land and create down land should be two separate words, sorry, and create landforms like valleys and canyons. Mountains. So a mountain is the highest landform on Earth. It is usually wide at the bottom, and narrow at the top, with steep, rocky sides and a pointed top called a peak. Several mountains in a row are called a mountain range. Here you get to go on a little field trip of a mountain. Take a look. Don't go too fast. Smith is getting a little sick, so we're going to leave. Also, please be careful. Do not jump on this field trip. Next one, hills. Hills are lower than mountains, but higher than their surrounding areas. They usually are covered with grass. Once again, if it's taller than the sea level, it is a mountain to Miss Smith. Yeah, I live in Florida. Flat as can be. Valleys. Valleys are low-lying areas between mountains or hills. In ancient times, many people lived in valleys because water ran down from the mountains, giving them rich soil to grow crops. Way down in the valley below. Lean your head over, hear the wind blow. I think that's how it goes. Here is a great field trip. Please, guys, we're not parachuting off. But if you see right here, I'm going to get my pen. Here's a great example of the valley. Here's another great example of a valley. Here's some little valleys, mini valleys right here. But you can see like this would be great, like where water would grow. And you see like up here, obviously, here it's barren. obviously it's mountain area. I'm dumbest mountains, but it's grassier down here. It's greener. The further down into the valley it goes, the greener it gets, because that's where the water collects. So if it's raining, the water's going to collect more down at the bottom, where it's going to get lusher. It's greener down there. So you learn something new every day, don't you? I'm just so lucky to have me as your teacher. I hope there's not like an animal like standing right there. That would be awkward, right? It looks like our slides got a little messed up. The next, we'll flip back. That should be a plain slide. Whenever I send it out, I'll make sure to flip them back. Plains are an area of flat land. The area of flat land along this plains are areas of flat land. The area of flat land along a sea or ocean is called coastal plain. And so on the right, that's coastal plain. On the left, it's just a regular plain. So whenever you get your Nearpod, it'll be in the correct order during this recording. It is not in the correct order. This is an example of a plain. It's not exactly like flat. It does have some elevations in the land, it does look like, but I'm so sorry, please excuse me. But it's pretty flat. Like in the background, like, you're gonna get kind of bored driving on that. A plane, you're gonna get bored driving on. So most cities are located on plains because it's easier to build houses, buildings, and roads on a plain. I wonder why. Could you tell me why? What is up with the slides being not in order? Island. An island is a piece of land surrounded by water on all sides. Hawaii, Japan, Australia are examples of islands. A large group of islands close to each other is called an archipelago. So right here on the left is just an island, and the archipelago is on the left. I'll put all the slides in order again. But here is an example. Would you consider this an archipelago or just an island? I do consider it a nice vacation though. FYI, this is not Florida. Smith is not living here. Just so you know, this is not where I live. Not Florida. Beautiful, but not Florida. Would you like to live here? Great thought. Once again, slides out of order. Did I do this on purpose? Sand dunes. Sand dunes are huge hills of sand formed by wind in a desert or even the beach. So when I think of sand dunes, I definitely think of beaches first, then deserts, because heading out to the beach, we have to go over the sand dunes. Not fun. But most people would probably think of sand dunes in a desert. Oh, so sorry, my friends. I think I'm more cold, but wonder what's going on over here. Let's see, there's a village or a town right on the edge of some sand dunes. Wonder if they had to do a lot of sweeping. Peninsula. A peninsula is a piece of land surrounded by water from three sides. In the U.S., Florida is the most obvious peninsula. Hello. You're just wondering. I'm right there waving to you guys. I'm saying YOLO, my friends. Here is a picture of a peninsula. So if you see right there, hang on, let me clear it. So 1, 2, 3. 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. 3 sides. Welcome to Florida. Hang on. Canyon. A canyon is steep. A canyon is steep cliffs with a narrow valley running between them. It often has a river that runs through. It often has a river that runs through the two. They are created. I am so sorry. They are created through erosion. I am so sorry. So this one, I think the river is right down there. I grabbed the wrong one. But there is a canyon. You look. There's a rock right there. I'm sorry. To explore. Deltas are wetlands that form as rivers empty their water and sediment into another body of water, such as an ocean. As silt builds up new land, which is the delta, is formed. Plateau. A plateau is an area of raised land that is flat on top. They are usually found on mountain ranges. Mesa. A mesa is a medium-sized flat-top mountain or hill with steep sides. It is usually found in dry places. What is the difference between a plateau and a mesa? Even though mesas and plateaus both have flat tops and steep sides, they are different in size. A mesa is a smaller landform than a plateau. So, what are you doing? It is time to go camping like Mr. McGee and Dee. You want to find the perfect camping spot. On the next slide, you will see 3 different camping spots based on landforms we have just learned about. Identify and explain why you chose your spot based on the characteristics of each landform and design the perfect camping spot. So these are the 3: a canyon, a mountain, or a plain. Which one would you choose to go camping on? Would you choose to go camping at a canyon, a mountain, or a plain? So, first step, you are going to draw a sketch of your perfect camping spot and label the landforms. The next step, your perfect camping spot should include at least 3 landforms. Write the landforms in the spaces below. Explain why you chose each landform, characteristics of the landforms, and should be included in your writing. So you need to include like mountains, a plain, maybe an island in there, a canyon in there. Those 3 that I included. So, and that is also your exit ticket. Yay! Alrighty, Rue, my friends, there you go. Find a perfect camping spot.